as others, more elder kids, but maybe previous activity will easier because we already make holes on the paper, and they just uh, should continue. Maybe if we haven't this already holes, it will be more hard for them, difficult. But this activity is also have some moments which also make this activity not hard for even young kids, because we will sewing on fabric. And I think if parents will again help to their kids on this activity, even young kids can make it.
That's really nice. So it's a combination the help of you and the help of the parent as well. So that really great combination. So was it the benefits of the hands-on making?
Benefits. Of course, first of all, motor skills, and they start to think that we have much more techniques and materials to make art. Not only drawings, not only markers and paints and paper. We can make art in any materials, and sometimes if we have I remember that how it was with me when I was a child. I have really big pressure of um, inspiration, and I want to make some art, or some art even at night. And I think that I need something special. But for example, my mom showed me that no need something special. If you want to create something by your hands, you can use things which already have every house. Some maybe old fabrics, or needle and threads, something like this. Maybe even if you want draw, you no need special paper, special materials. You can use old newspapers and magazines and make collage, for example. And this idea, I like this idea very much, and I want that kids also can understand that when they want to make art, they no need something special for make it, and can use what they already have. uh, and I think this moment with self-reflection is very important. And of course, these activities, self-reflection is one of the most important benefit of this activity, when they can think about themselves, maybe talk about themselves with others. Maybe sometimes I see that, especially the most shy kids, they draw or illustrate how they feel themselves, maybe in not correct way. Sometimes they draw themselves very very small, or because they feel themselves like this, or they can talk, can inform something about themselves to parents more. For example, I know that not not all things kids share with parents, and when they draw, they are very honest with themselves and with parents. And for example, from drawing or sewing, we can discover that our kids want study music, for example, or want or interested in chess, as my kids. maybe I not pay attention a lot to this interest of chess, and when I saw that he drawing a lot of it, and he want to be how to say like explorer or scientist. He want to be a scientist, and his interest very serious. I saw it more from his drawings.
That's really funny that you the other way to observe your kid from what your kid doing a little thing it could
Mhm,
express himself by repeating the word it could he could
mhm,
like repeat himself through drawing how they
mhm,
express themselves in paintings. That's really nice to know, and they are the interesting observations, to be honest, because normally we know as a parent, we know like we see how the kid growing, but it doesn't mean that we really pay a lot of attention on the small activity that they do or small action that they do that is involved their strong will. For example, like you say that um, you just saw your kid drawing a lot of time about the dress, so you know that he kind of interesting in that dress. Yeah.
mhm,
So
mhm,
that's
mhm,
that for me as a parent is really interesting point of view to look at it. So I want to know a little bit about two topics that you say. First of all, the portrait that you say before we already doing the portrait, and then the second pursuing. But first of all, I want to know about the portrait a little bit more. So for you personally, what does it mean created the self portrait? Because you do like you not only do by yourself, but also you pen yourself, right? So what does
mhm,
it mean would create the self portrait beyond the literal image? It's mean like beyond make a photo of ourselves. Mhm.
mhm. Oh, as for me, it's very nice practice, and I think I also should make it from time to time,
Mhm.
or maybe other adults also, because maybe we are so busy more than kids, and making portrait, maybe not only drawing, not every adult have time to drawing, but maybe making photo session. It's also like making self portrait. It's very very important moment, because it's not for memory, it's more about also um, stop stopping in his very busy life,
Mhm.
and thinking where I am, who I am now at this moment, and maybe like planning. We all love planning. We all try to read books or watch videos about how to be more effective in our life, in our jobs, in our hobbies, maybe in our parenting, in every sphere. And we can yeah, really have a moment of silence, when we can stop and really thinking about ourselves, and maybe see more clearly at future, and maybe make a more effective plan for future, if we stop and making self in any technique. Maybe it can be just a photo session, photo shoot. Mhm.
Nice. So when you're doing that in slow motion, like you have to like enjoy how you paint yourself. You have to think about what color you use, and also thinking that's bring you kind of like the thought that what will you do in the future as well, right? So that's how
Mhm.
you should express. So is this also involve a lot of emotions? Which part of emotion will involve? Because if you think about your future, normally we often have a lot of feelings inside, so a lot of
Mhm.
different expressions in our thoughts, and that we will happy. Of course, if we think of the future, we want to make it happy, but I
Mhm.
feeling like not every time people they will feel happy. They're happy for the future, but they might involve some kind of sadness that they think about. For example, like a current. right? The moment that they are trying to do it. So, what kind of emotion responses when you observe people during when they're doing their self portrait?
What kind of emotions, right? Yeah, I think it depends what period of life you live. Maybe um, what situation you have now. So yes, I saw that sometimes in my practice, I remember now one girl who lives now only with dad, and yes, I saw that um, she make it with not bright color, and I understand that it's not on first sight sign when you see her work, but you understand that maybe now it's not easy moment in her life because color, and I can guess which emotions are into her at that moment, but and it helps me how to communicate with her, what I should say to her, maybe something more positive and more uh, inspiration, gives to her more attention, something like this. And sometimes when I draw, it was very rare, honestly, when I draw myself, it was also sometimes in dark colors, and yes, and these moments were not easy, but it helps me after drawing. I feel myself better, um, like I share these not positive emotions with paper, and now feel easier, better, and think clearly what I want to change in my life. And
Um,
sometimes sorry.
no, no, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and sometimes I feel that um, I draw myself in opposite and very bright colorful colors with flowers, and it was when my first son when I give a birth to my first son, and I feel that, oh yeah, I feel harmony with everything, and yes, my and then it was very nice to back to this moment, and saw this see these pictures.
That's really nice. Um, but it also like the color also will not decide the emotion that moment. Is it correct? Because sometimes you also can choose very dark color, like
Mm-hmm.
not bright. But doesn't mean that you are unhappy at that time, right? It's just
Mm-hmm.
like you want to describe that it have a lot of challenges, but you happy to
Mm-hmm.
overcome or to pass
Mm-hmm.
those moments. But most of the time, as I um, that's my own opinion only. So most of the time, I just think like it could be happen that the kids could be using the bright color most of the time because they are always happy. It,
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's really hard to see if they choose the bright color and they are unhappy. So is it
Mm-hmm.
true or is not true?
I think every kid is individual, and sometimes they use. I know last time I met more kids who, like my son, really like brown color or gray color, and they really love it. They don't think that it's some. Um, Dark and something negative, that they they really like brown, and they can they have very positive association with this color, for example chocolate or something like this, something mm, which really gives them happy. And but yes, I think most kids and most adult maybe they choose bright colors when they feel more happier, and dark when dark sometimes adult people they without thoughts choose dark, and it's something like discovering and answering themselves why, what it means, why.
Mm.
And I also, for example, choose dark colors in my paintings, and it's not because I'm unhappy, but I always think why, and yeah, sometimes I find the answers. Mhm.
That's interesting because I never really thought like I would choose the dark color to answer the question why I do that, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah, why?
yeah, that's really a funny aspect, and it's true. Actually, it's true because sometimes some certain moment it not only showing about the unhappy, but it could be showing
Mhm.
something. Um, and
Mhm.
chocolate is really tasty, and I do not eat chocolates, but we always have chocolate at home because we I mean, I do not like it, but it doesn't mean other family member doesn't like it. It really nice itself for invite people if they
Mhm.
coming after meal. Really nice at the end. So yeah, chocolate is kind of nice with the color as well. And
Mhm.
thank you so much. That's really interesting aspect. So, what do you see? How involved of the sewing in culture and art in general? Mhm.
How involved to sewing?
Mm-hmm.
I think that before we think that art is something like with paints and canvas, and sewing is just for, I don't know, maybe for only for making clothes,
Mm-hmm.
or in our tradition, Russian tradition, sewing is also only for our grandmothers. Or something like this. It's like traditional crafting, and it's not about art. It's more about making some traditional things which are just like stamp. um, they are similar or something like this, but I think no, because it's not true. We should use every technique in making art, and we can borrow traditional crafting. It's also art. It's also art. It's also about history, and we can make and even mix, and we will make something unique if we will mix. For example, traditional crafting and what we usually mean when we say art.
Yeah,
And I
that.
like
Mhm.
modern pieces of art when they use some traditional techniques or symbols, or use materials, sewing, or anything crochet.
Yeah, they're really nice. I'm not really a real artist. I'm mostly I learn about art,
Me
but I'm not the
also.
one who
Me
I'm not really
I'm
making them.
I'm
Hmm.
more about teaching, but
Yeah.
I like, yeah, I like art and modern art. I try to know more about Asian modern art because it's really new for me and very rich. Um, and I also can't say that I'm an artist. More, I'm more about teaching. I'm a teacher. And
Yes,
I
I.
think
Mhm.
for kids it's enough just introduce them materials, techniques, how show them how to start, and then they will find their own way in art if they really want it.
Yes, that's something we also can see and have. We look into the aspects of depend on what kind of occupation occupations, what kind of job, what kind of position we are, and we can completely create different kind of works, and that really also interesting for everyone to see. It really, for me, I love sewing because it's just something to busy with hand, and for me, it's really nice to practice patience. Because if you want to do something, then you have to really sit down and take time for it, because it will have a tons of mistakes. I have sewing machine, but I just feeling like I'm not really good at it. Um, it's not easy if you are in rush with anything with sewing. So I make for my daughter the dress, and it take me. I think even I made it from my husband's old T-shirt. So I will use the material because they already have a form, so it's easy for me to cut from that form. It take me at least like for a week, and because first of all, it's like it's not all the time that I'm busy with that. Every time that I work on that, but what I can see here is like it takes time to really seeing that, and you also can see like doesn't matter what kind of technique you use or how you present the sewing form. It's a lot of work, time, patience, not only with the skill, of course. The more you do, the better it is. But we need it as well, because with cloth fabric, we need the sewing to make the clothes. Without the part of sewing, then we cannot have clothes because it's just a fabric. It cannot present into the clothes, and thanks to sewing, then we can transform from the piece of fabric coming to the clothes. And that is something that I think maybe it's really nice that we already grow up in learning that we have to wear clothes, and sewing is a part of it. So it's really important for the daily life as well, because we're not like a Adam and Evas in the past anymore that no clothes, so we need the clothes to work out. And nowadays have a lot of people using different techniques of sewing to make traditional clothes be even more beautiful. And that is something for me I feel like it's really really important with sewing, that you bring up for the kid to learn. Because I remember milk workshop to I think 2 workshops ago. I think, is it that? Yeah, I think so. Um, then with that workshop, we learned about designing. We come forward with drawing, how we design the fabric, and we can use the kind of designing print on the fabric. And now we have previous one that we're learning, that we try to kind of embroidery using the sewing as well, but slowly but on the paper. And now this week we will do it on fabric. Is it correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really really nice that they can learn and feel the difference of the material that you use also, because fabric is very soft, but paper is hard. It's already hard and easier. So we need to kind of frame, sewing frame or something like that to hold that fabric. And those
Yes.
are all interesting. Yes. So again, this topic is really interesting, and thank you so much. I actually want to spend a little bit last couple of minutes of talking about the tea shop, the involved of the tea shop. So let me take a moment to introduce the Trà Nôm. This is not, of course, Trà Nôm. You can Vietnamese literally is our ideas is trà is mean tea, and nôm is actually is come from chữ nôm. Chữ nôm is in Vietnamese is a hang si nôm. There's an old Vietnamese writing. It looked like Chinese, and the concept is from Han, so we call Han. But because the Chinese people are not able to read it, we create the Sino Han's based on the Chinese grammars and characters, and then we have the Sino Han's, and that's in Vietnamese is mean like nom. The reason with my idea when I try to think how I setting up this tea shop is not only about tea shop, but it's about the non-profit tea shop. I mean, all the profit that we use, that we create, is go for the gallery, and it's just the place for me combined with cultures and traditionals, and because I do like something like I do love some kind of activity involving with cultures, and I learned in Hanoi that it's really nice with the tea cultures in Hanoi. So mostly you can see at our place the teas listing. Um, those are mostly come from Hanoi, and of course because we have a big influence with China, so some of them China is also we produce them. But what I'm trying is try to bring the most basic tea from Hanoi, the cultures from the north, and all of our most of the teas will come from Hanoi or the northern of Vietnam. That's what we try to do. But anyway, Trà Nôm is founded as a tea shop and with one purpose is create a quiet, welcoming place for the people can enjoy a cup of tea and where children can access the free art workshop, no matter about the background, as you can see at our workshop. And so that is how we try to do. We setting up it from I think from the house that normal people live there, but we do of course we still have a lot of work at the place. Um, every day at the Trà Nôm is full of the small and meaningful moment for me, I think. So we open our door in the mornings and we try to set up the rooms and welcome the guests. And many of them are regularly come from not just only the tea but also um, just finding the quiet place because our place is quite quiet. Um, not now anymore because now it's have a lot of building around, but other than that, our place is still quite quiet. To compare with a lot of other cafe or the tea shop. Our small teams here work with so much effort and heart. So they really sweet people, I'm gonna say. So they arrange. Sometimes, for example, we will have a flower, and she said, "Come to me," and she say like, "Hey, this is flowers. Can I just put some flowers on the table?" Some simple thing that we try to do. For example, to prepare for the activity, a lot of um, a lot of people have to try to prepare the material, go to buy some those kind of materials. I'm so sorry if the noises is loud outside. So, and upstairs is will be with the studio gallery, so where we run the workshop and exhibition to make by children and guest artists. So we think it's just a small place that we can enjoy together, maybe sometimes healing together and try to pride in the children's face. When they smile, that's always great for us to see. I already running some slide to showing um, the tea shop in the past that even before we building up the tea shop until today because of course we always have to do a lot of work at the place and at this moment I think yes we at this moment we kind of have a hard time to divide our time with the children gallery and the tea shop also with the financial as well. So any way in form that you guys can donate in easy way, for example, just come into our tea shop and enjoy the cup of tea. That's already one way to donate. All the materials, sharing the task with Julia by the fact that you can give in like, hey, I have some kind of form of fabric or kind of form of material that I think the gallery may able to use and I don't use them anymore. You always can donate those. And here is a link on the GoFundMe. You always can use this link to donate some money. At this moment, I'm trying to create or to raise a fund for Julia visa. So that's in my purpose in this year. That I would love to have her with a more better visa situation. That she doesn't have to bring her kids because she lives in Vietnam in Đà Nẵng now alone. 2 kids. It's a lot for the mother with 2 kids. And that's what I'm trying my best to do. So any form of donation sharing the task, or you think that you can become volunteers at that, or welcome, and that's really great. So reflect a little bit. So one thing I always feel that's here the line between the tea and the art just disappear, because they do not have the boundary between tea and art. We can see tea as some certain form of art, right? And we also can bring art into like just an easy thing. It's just something to enjoy, like a cup of tea that you can enjoy. So let's reflect together a little bit. So what's your favorite part of the connection between the tea house and the garden?
Um, my favorite part in tea shop, drinking tea, of course. Drinking tea, and before I never try Vietnamese tea. In Russia, we usually bring Chinese tea, and we in our family really love drinking tea. My husband more than me. I'm a coffee person, but anyway, I also sometimes, especially when at winter, I drinking our tea in our gallery very often. And I like Vietnamese tea. I like green tea, and I like how all these moments new also for me, how it makes here. Um, Ceramic pottery. I like to see all these moments. It's really aesthetic, and I like this atmosphere when you can really relax with tea. You can make it more than with coffee, because after coffee you should go making all things which you want to do. But with tea you can also catch this silent moment, and even my kids, they also maybe feel that I'm calm, and they also play here very calm. And yes, I like drinking tea in our tea shop, and I think that our place really quiet for drinking tea, reading book, making something very not in rush. Yes. And also I always explain, especially for Russian guests, that if they come and drink tea, they really help for our kids activity, and it's also was inspired them drink tea, and also in same time help kids making their steps in art.
Yeah, they're really nice. Um, I from a background that I used to teach kids a lot. I used to coach. I'm not saying I'm a teacher. I used to coach for the kids um, by the facts like a little bit training them in the learning English, and also like a little bit training them to correct them their behaviors,
Mhm.
mostly like in societies in different atmosphere. And I used to choose tea shop. I know several tea shop in Hanoi, and I used to choose tea shop to teach the kids. So that is my pace for the kids. Every lessons we start first at the tea shop, and that really nice that the owner leave me the floor, almost like, because normally the tea shop they are quite quiet, and it's not like a modern life, busy. Everything has to be
Mhm.
slow. So not many people come there around. I mean, around dinner times. So because they're also busy at work and things, but after dinner time, a lot of people go to that shop. However, I'm able to use the whole floor because not many people use it around dinner time. Our lessons often choosing either like lunchtime or dinner time, so it's quiet. And the kids also already, with kid meals, they in Hanoi they kind of let the kids eating earlier a little bit. So we have a lesson after some meals. Um, and they do learn behavior from the fireplace, actually, what I can
Mhm.
observe. Um,
Mhm.
if I brought them to the museum, they'll be running around. Even the museum, they're running around because people go there to visit and walking. And they see that some theater. People should busy. More crazy if I go with the kid to the supermarket. It's no control at all. But then when we study at a tea shop, they suddenly train the behavior. Even they do not drink tea. The behavior just automatically correct and responding to the atmosphere, and that's what I learned from the tea atmosphere. That we need to sometimes with our normal life we have too much thing to busy with, but then we already have kind of a moment, the time for ourselves to rethink, slow down, and that's what I really like from the tea atmosphere. So yes, and of course for me, I love the parents or youth giving the comment that I come here and I can have a quiet cup of tea and discover the entire space upstairs where children they can play freely without pressure, without rules. Because if you attend to any classes, you have to follow the rule. You have to follow some certain directions. Of course, at our workshop also the same, but not the rule at all. We need them to quiet. We need them to train the behaviors more or less to calm themselves and also focus. And of course, we need some certain direction from Gulia so they can know what to do with the workshop. But other than that, they don't have any expectation. They don't have any pressure that they have to make a good or they have to learn and get back something. They could learn anything and bring back. For example, the empty papers, for example, and that's already really good. Um, for example, like the pictures of my, I will show you some brutal artists in my house. Every day, the pictures of my kids will bring this one to me, and it's like just a paper, and they throw the color on, and they send at least 10 of them. I don't know if it's a real art, but they enjoy doing that. So even that for the kid, or they create some simple thing and they proud of themselves. And even like on the piece of paper, empty and little corner, some line. That's it. And the teacher just brought that piece of paper to me for us. Of course, if you are not the parent, it's you consider it's trash, to be honest. But if you're the parent of the kids, okay, I keep it for let's say 30 minutes. But you still admire what they try to do. They try to make some mark on the paper. They try to color. Or they try to do something with eraser, pencil, or some material. And that's it's not no pressure at all for the kids. They have to write something. They can do anything. And what they do with that is a different story, but they can do anything to learn. And that's just another thing. So what why does this kind of space matter to the community that we think that is especially for families?
You mean a gallery and tea
The tea
shop?
shop, yes.
Tea shop. I think it's very important, unique because now we really have most places commercial, and in our gallery, I know maybe a few in Da Nang, maybe because I'm not a local, but I saw most places that they are commercial, and here you have really good opportunity to come and drink tea, uh, catch silence, really help to kids, or bring your own kid to have really good 2 hour of practicing English and making art and communicate with others kids from other culture, and and also with other adults, because not only me but also Robbie talk with kids every Sunday a lot, or not only Sundays, he always in gallery, and every kid can come in any day where we work and where we open, and for sure meet him and talk with him, and he's very friendly. He likes kids, and them they also like him, and they can not only speak in English, or maybe play chess or play some games, and we're open for all. We are open for all, and I think, yeah, it's unique, and we have a few more opportunities, like our art exhibition, our art landing, um, and I think that more people should know about us and should try, and I'm sure that they, most of them will like this opportunity, and will come again, maybe regularly. We Now we have most kids which who come regularly, and I really like it, and really thankful to parents and kids, and they should really try this opportunity.
Yes, it just thank you so much. So that's just a little window into the Trà Nôm, the tea house that I want to introduce. We will talk more about our projects, for example, like the future exhibitions, how or even the present exhibition at this moment, or how we display all the work and things like that. Also, art learning programs. But yes, more than that, the space just belongs on the hands and imaginations of our community. So uh, it's right there. If you want to come, you're able. And the location, excuse me, the locations is on the screen displays, so you can see the place. You can tie them down, and you, if you want to go, you can make your time and just go there. Our open every day, Monday to Saturday from 11 to 9 p.m. And then the Sunday, because we have the weekly workshop, so we open from 8 to 9 p.m. So you are welcome to join anytime. So before we wrap up, Julia, could you share with everyone again that how they can join the weekend activities? For example, the time, locations, and how can they registration?
Sorry, my kids.
Don't worry. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. I don't hear because noise. Your last
Oh yeah,
say
don't
please.
worry. Yes, I just want you to tell us again how we can join the weekend workshop with you, and if we have any workshop beside the Sunday.
Uh, Yeah, we. I usually have one group with Russian kids on Friday, and I think that very soon I can make something more, some activities in other days, not only Sunday, but Sunday is regularly. Every Sunday we for sure have some activities, art activities, and now we. Involve more this moment, educational moment with training English. I think it's very important, and we make it. We start sometimes with introducing activities, or introducing ourselves, train English with Robbie, sometimes with me, with young babies. We always train all their vocabulary in English, and I think, yeah, it's very very important moment. I don't want to change this moment,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like our constant moment. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And
Mhm.
uh-huh.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Mhm.
um, and yes, I think that our really also unique moment, our um, uh, our concept in educational system. We try to be not strict like in school. We are not art school. We try to think and talk with each other about art, and not to be strict, just more speaking and answering kids maybe about art, about topic, and we try to give them more freedom during the class.
Yes, thank you. So you are talking about the Friday activities. Um, so anyway, if the normal, like a local parent want to join with you on Friday, you just have the opportunity
Uh,
for them to join. Mhm.
Yes, I think yeah, even local now it's a small group from which consist 4 kids. They all Russians, but I think if a local kid will won't join, maybe some of them. I know a few kids who will learn
Mhm.
Russian. They are welcome. They can also hear Russian language and learn
Lovely.
during making art.
That's really nice. Yes, I will put Julia's information, for example, like a Facebook link and maybe email. If you email, below
Mhm.
in the description. So any parents interested in the Friday workshop can privately text to us. But at our place, would will be the one who handles the Sunday workshop because that will be a lot for Julia to handle everything. Um, so at the workshop on Sunday, you always can contact Win. She our waiters, but she really lovely and she create all the posters and everything. Um, so again, Sunday you know who to contact and the information. I also will put the Facebook link below,
This
so you can know and see the information of our gallery to contact if you want to join us on Sunday activity. And Friday I will put the link privately for Julia's because we're not public on Friday yet. And I just want to say that on Sunday the activity completely for free. So just want to remind everyone about that because sometimes the parent has to me how much for the workshop. It's like, oh, it's for free. So it will bring a little bit surprising for a new parent. We create everything for free, and what you can do is you able to donate it in any form of donation. For example, coming to the tea shop and drink the tea. Um, you can make the donations at the front desk, or you also can give us the materials. The easy way also just subscribe us on the YouTube channel and maybe sometimes spend time to watch our videos on the YouTube. Also another form of donation. So again, even we say everything for free, but we ask you for donation, so that's kind of weird. But that's how we all can have each other to create more the free workshop for children. And that's it completely for free for children. Children don't have to pay anything. Um, they always we don't separate them based on their age, but on their levels of background. Everyone can join in our workshop. So thank you so much for everyone who joined us today. Whether you stay fully hours or post to listen a couple of minutes, and that's always nice and sweet from you guys. So I really truly appreciate your presence and a big thank you for parents volunteer and supporters who make this space possible. Continue with so I'll be coming to you in here. I will come word to share with children to free to workshop is have to be so before we say goodbye, we love to share once more. The next live stream with us is about jewelries with C's. Is it correct? Okay, correct. So that's gonna be nice for everyone to see about the next live stream that we're talking already about summertime with making some activity so with the nature, with the vibe of the oceans. I think so for the jewelry. So Julia will again attend to our live stream weekly and talk more about the workshops for the following Sunday, not this Sunday, but the next Sunday, the following Sunday. And we hope to see you this weekend at Trà Nôm to enjoy the sewing self-portrait workshop from Julia. Thank you everyone and goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.